what exactly is an addiction? Some guy calls me up and he says, I sit on the computer day and night, I'm addicted to it. I said, really, that's very sad, because when I go on the computer, I really enjoy it. He says, I enjoy it too. That's why I do it. I said, well, then you're not addicted. What is the difference between an addiction and a pleasure? A taiva. A taiva means something feels good, so you do it. Addiction means it doesn't feel good anymore. There's no pleasure in it, and I can't stop doing it. That is a technical or practical definition of addiction. But as long as I'm enjoying it, you can't say, I don't know why I keep doing this. It's really fun. Well, you just answered your question. If you're getting pleasure out of it, then what's the puzzle? What's the mystery? If it's hurting you, you don't like it anymore, it's not doing anything for you, and you keep doing it, okay, now you got a problem. Now it's not a taiva anymore, now it's an addiction. It's almost like what it says in Tanya, that there's a rasha v'teivlei, and then there's a rasha v'ralei. The rasha v'teivlei, all right, he's a interesting guy. He struggles because he gives in to his pleasures, to his taivas. Then he has some regrets, and then he tries it again, and he does it again. And a rasha v'ralei means there's no regret. There's no movement there. He's just stuck in Ra, like an addiction. So, before somebody says, I'm addicted, you got to ask yourself a simple question. You enjoying it? Then it's not an addiction. Or if it is an addiction, the addiction is not to that thing, the addiction is to yourself. I cannot say no to anything that offers me pleasure. So let's be careful with the wording, because everybody can cop out and say, oh, I can't help it, I'm addicted. Don't throw the word around carelessly. An addiction is a serious business. You can't just declare yourself an addict because of... So, let's get healthy, whether we're addicted or not. Healthy means I can say no to me. Right now, I can't say no to the drug, I can't say no to the computer, I can say no to dessert. I can say no to buying stuff that I don't need. I can start trimming and regaining my freedom by saying no to things that I can say no to. And as you practice that, you build up that muscle, you become stronger, you become good at it. So to say I'm addicted to this and therefore I'm out of control, you're not out of control. You allow this. You don't allow other things. Some guy was physically violent with his wife. So I was talking to him, and he says, look, when she gets me angry, I just lose control. I can't help it. She pushes my buttons, and I just lose control, and I hit her. I said, with a bat? He said, are you crazy? I said, oh, you didn't lose control. You're giving yourself permission to hit her with your hand. With a bat? What do you think, I'm crazy? So, it's not like you've lost control. You're not controlling that. But you have control in everything else. So practice it. Build it up. Use it. That control. And as you use it, you get stronger and eventually can control everything. The reverse, Tanya says, if you don't do anything about your nefesh habahamis, it doesn't get better with time, it gets stronger. How does it get stronger? Ate breakfast? There you go. Ate lunch? There you go. You went to sleep when you were tired? Yeah, nefesh habahamis. So you keep indulging it and saying, oh, you're hungry now? Here. You're tired now? Let's go to sleep. The Yetzer Hara, the nefesh habahamis gets into the habit of Hey, if I want it, I get it. The opposite of that is, you feel like eating another piece? Don't. Just take control. You feel like having the vanilla? Take the chocolate. Just to be in control. And it doesn't have to be obvious, and it doesn't have to be dramatic. You tell yourself, I'm not going to have the dessert. Just because I don't need it, and I don't want to give in. I'm not going to, and all of a sudden you're eating it. You don't even know how it happened. So you've got, it's halfway eaten. Don't eat the second half. The last spoon, don't. Whoa, what would that accomplish? Huge. Imagine if your child is having tantrums and then one day the child stops the tantrum in the middle. You would say, wow, what a mature kid. Well, what did he do? He had a half a tantrum. That's awesome. You quit in the middle of the dessert. You shouldn't have had the dessert in the first place. But you quit in the middle? That's awesome. You want to say something really nasty, and you say, maybe I just shouldn't say it. And you don't say it? It's amazing how powerful that is.